Good morning, everybody. Let's turn on some lights here. Morning, everyone. Good morning. Hey, Dodie, how are you? Good morning, everybody. We are live and online for coffee chat. And in a different room this morning. Hey, Buffy. Good morning. Morning, everybody. Good morning, Christine. Hello. Good morning. How is everybody? Tracy's with us. Yay, Tracy. It's kind of dark in here. What is going on? Let's see. Oh, that doesn't really help. All right. Let's try this. All right, lightening things up a little. Morning, everybody. Oh, you love that picture. I think I got that, that might be a Wayfair picture. I'm not sure. Okay. Tracy will be live with me next weekend. That's right. So it's my birthday week coming up. My birthday is Wednesday. I will be 53 years old. And Tracy is flying in on Thursday. And we have some other people that are coming up. Jude Barry is coming in. I don't know if Jude's with us this morning. We do something called birthday camp. And last year we couldn't do it because my mother was in the middle of exiting and actually exited the day after my birthday. So last year's birthday was kind of a bust. And we are bound and determined to correct that for this year. So I'm going to keep moving this around, see if I can't get a little more light here. All right, that's a little bit better, I think. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time for coffee chat. Let's start our podcast recording. Okay, morning, everybody. How is everyone? I hope that everyone has had, it's been a rough week. I don't know about you guys, but it's just been all of our staff for the companies, they've been individually challenged, and I've got friends being health challenged, and there's just, good morning, Lynn Marie, good morning, Jennifer. There's just seems like there's been a lot going on this week. So if you've had a hard week, if you've had a tough time slogging through, don't be deterred. It was chronic. It was everywhere. It's not just you. So it was all of us. We were all kind of struggling this week. Everybody I talked to, everywhere I looked, every client I spoke to, yeah, it was a challenging week. I'm not sure what was going on out there in the energetically, but I think it was a little rough for people. So anyway, okay. Well, we've got a Noelle from Ireland. I love that. Yeah, she's saying beautiful room. This is my sort of private office in my house. This is the one that's upstairs. It used to be my son's bedroom, and when your son turns 20 and moves out, you get to make a room and have it be however you want. Imagine that. So I get to have 2 rooms in my own house now. Isn't that exciting? So this morning, I thought we would talk about sitting with warriors and how that is a different conversation and what that means. I actually saw a quote on Facebook that said that earlier this week, and it really gave me pause, I guess is the best way to say it, because it's the truth. When you, we talked last week about who you surround yourself with and kind of what that does for you, right? Like picking up, like what are you surrounding yourself? We talked about last week, what are you surrounding yourself? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What's in your environment? Who are you hanging out with? All of that. And it makes a difference. So if you are sitting with warriors and you are at the table with warriors and hanging out with warriors, the conversation is far different. You don't hear those petty little complaints about things. You don't hear small grievances about stuff. you hear forward-thinking conversations. You hear either about things that people have overcome, or you hear strategies and tools for you to use to overcome things. You hear wisdom. You usually hear conversations of victory, because warriors are not petty people that sit around complaining about what isn't working. Warriors pick up their sword when they get knocked down and they come out fighting, period. And that is, like literal and a mental state and all of it. So you can either be defeated by something, and you can sit around with defeated people that are constantly complaining and criticizing, or you can choose your company and you can choose to sit in the company of warriors. Now that can be people your own age, it can be people older than you, it can even be people younger than you. Warriors come in all shapes and sizes, and they are leaders, and they make their own future. They don't sit around waiting for something to happen to them. They decide how it's going to go. They direct their thinking. They take action, and they follow that, and they get the life that they want. They are the leaders of their own lives. Warriors are the leaders of their own lives. Now, I promise you, if you are a parent and you are a single parent, or you are parenting in a marriage or a partnership, if you are a parent, period, you are some kind of a warrior, because parents are warriors, period. End of the story. So if you don't think that you're a leader, or you don't think that you're a warrior, I assert that you're incorrect. You are absolutely the leader of your own life, and you are absolutely a warrior, because I guarantee you have a whole list of things that you've overcome in your lifetime so far, however old you are. I will be 53 this Wednesday. I have been through all kinds of shit. Anything you guys that can think of, I probably went through it. An abusive relationship. I've been married and divorced several times. I have been bankrupt. I have been poor. I have had, money. I've had nothing. I've had everything. I have parented a child alone with no child support. I have only had myself and God to rely on. I have had I've run the gamut of things in 53 years. And now I am about to call this book done and open a new book. As I said, we will celebrate a year's anniversary of my mother's exit. And at that point, I am opening what I'm calling book 2 of my life. For the next 50-something years. I intend to live to be well beyond 100. So I've still got everything I've already done, I've got a whole another one coming, and I'm so much smarter at this point, and I have a lot of wisdom. And that's the purpose of the Revealing Leaders and the Working Single Mom projects, is to share everything that I know and have learned with all of you as a gift, and in hopes that it will help some people. That it will help you realize that you are an overcomer, that it will help you recognize that you are a warrior, that it will help you recognize that you are a leader, and that you are the leader of your own life for sure. So let's talk about how directing your intention and your thought, we talk a lot about that, right? For those of you that don't know, the Coffee Chat Show is progressive. We are usually working off conversations that we've had in the past. You can find all of the Revealing Leaders Coffee Chats on our website, revealingleaders.com. That will direct you to the YouTube page. From there, you can get back to the Facebook page. Everything is up on the video section of the Facebook page. We also have everything up on YouTube. We have all the audio on our podcasts. You can get it on Apple. You can get it on Spotify, all of that. So you can find everything that you need to know about us at revealingleaders.com. That will direct you. Also, we have a bunch of free downloads there, so you're welcome to do that. We also have a newsletter. We'll be putting out probably our first Revealing Leaders newsletter, switching over from the Working Single Mom newsletter. We'll be doing that, I'm thinking, by next Thursday. we'll see. It's me. Kim's ready to go. She's just waiting for me. As I said, this week was challenging with the work and everything else. So this is my give back. This is my fun thing. I'm actually the CEO of Delta Hire, which is a huge recruiting and staffing firm and leadership training firm and corporate culture training. And also Fortunato Partners. I'm the founder of that digital solutions firm for businesses and just business solutions in general. My son actually runs that company. So that's my job, and this, you guys, are my fun thing to do. Let's talk about the 5-year plan of your life. So go get a pen and a piece of paper. I'll wait. This is important. So run and get yourself some paper and a pen. So I'm going to give you some questions. And your job this week is to think about these things and to start writing out the 5-year plan for your life. Because I have news for you. If you think that your life is going to be different and you don't have to do anything different, or you can just read a book, or I don't know what you might think. You might think you could just read a book or watch a video and then your life will be different. Or you could watch, some YouTube videos, or you could listen to a podcast and everything will be different. And that's a bunch of horse shit. That's not going to happen. You've got to be willing to do the work. You have to listen to those things to get the tools and the ideas, and then you actually have to apply yourself. You have to do the work. So get a pen and a piece of paper. I'll wait. We need that clock, right? Do, 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 do. All right. So I want you to make, I'm challenging you. I am tasking you. I am inviting you. Lynn's got a brand new journal for the Coffee Chat show. Go Lynn. She knows. She's been watching for a while. She knows that we are constantly giving tools and tips and assignments to you. This is a free class is what this is. I used to get paid to travel and teach all of this stuff, and I decided, obviously with COVID, we are not traveling, and I decided that I just wanted this to be my give back stuff. So as I said, I have several real jobs. I'm the director of project management also for a law firm, in addition to the other 2 things I mentioned. So I hold 3 positions in 3 different companies. And oh, Tracy wants to know what my shirt says. The new shirts came in. Check it out, you guys. I had new swag made. We've got the lead swag now, and we've now got Celebrate Everything, which is our new Revealing Leaders motto for the next few months. Celebrate everything. So we will give you an assignment at the end, and then we're going to do 5 people this week. The first 5 people to email me what we're going to tell you at the end of Coffee Chat will get a swag bag. So I send out for free. We send a swag bag. We usually do 2 or 3 every week, every Coffee Chat show. Sometimes we'll do 5. You get my books, you get t-shirts, mouse pads, keychains. We've got a whole, if you saw my basement, you'd see we have almost like a little store. I make the stuff and print it and have it done at my own expense. I give it away for free. I think a lot of people think there's probably something wrong with me. But, this is my give back. Like I said, call it my little ministry. You guys are like my little ministry. I figure it this way: as long as God is kind enough to flood the money in from the actual jobs that I have, I will do what I feel is mine to do and give back as much as I can in as many ways as I can. So I work for some incredible people that allow me to run incredible companies and work on incredible projects. And so I get to, instead of buying yachts and things like that, I'm making t-shirts to give away. All right, ready? Got a pen? We're going to talk about the 5-year plan for your life. In 5 years, what do you want to see happen? Okay, so here's your first question. This is a question for right now and for 5 years from now. What do I want? What do I want? That's a question to start asking yourself. Some of you might remember that I asked you this question a year or two ago, and we worked on it some then. It's a valuable question. It is a question that a lot of parents, moms, don't even ask themselves. Women, all of it, right? You don't stop to ask yourself, what do you want? When I was raising Antonio for the last 20 years, honest to God, I didn't really ask myself this question until about it was a year and a half ago I started asking myself this question. Tracy probably remembers because I was asking it to her too. What do I want? And that's like, not like, oh, I want diamonds and fur. And I mean, that could be in there, but like, what do I want? What do you want for your life? What do you want? What kind of a life do you want? What do you want? Okay. So first question, what do I want? Now, here's the questions for in 5 years from now. What does your schedule look like? 5 years from now, what does your schedule look like? Are you busy? Are you not busy? What do you want to see on your schedule? Do you want to see more, craft time? Are you doing more fun things? What are your schedules like? What is your schedule like? Okay. In 5 years. So what you're going to do over the next week is you're going to write the 5-year plan for your life. You're going to write about your life in 5 years, the way that you want to see it happen. Okay. So this is like, we'll call it a dream board exercise or a vision board exercise if you want. We're going to put the mechanics of it together in a plan. Like as if you were going to write a business plan or a proposal, I want you to write it down. Okay? Get a notebook, a pad of paper, a napkin. I don't care what you use. If you really want to see something different happen in your life, you will do this exercise. It's worth your time. And then next week when Tracy's here, we're going to walk through it a little bit. We'll share with you some of the stuff from our 5-year plans. And then we're going to walk you through making a visual component to add to this plan. Okay, but it's not going to be in a board. It's going to be in a book. That way you can kind of keep it to yourself. Because sometimes not everybody wants the best for you, right? So if you start plastering your house with posters of how things can be for you in 5 years, you may get some people that either live with you or that come into your home, and they may not, they may not be ready to elevate themselves, so they won't want you to elevate yourself. Because when you elevate yourself and the people that you hang out with don't elevate themselves, they see that as threatening, right? Because they see you as you're going to go higher, you're going to do better, and they're not. And so they're likely to make you wrong or criticize or whatever they might do. So when we talk next week about the visual component and how to put that together, we're going to have you do it in a book that will be sort of secret for yourself, as well as this 5-year plan that you're going to work on over the next week. This is for you. This isn't for you to show to other people and get their opinions. Jasmine, I see you. Hello. Okay. First question, what do you want? Second question, in 5 years, what does your schedule look like? What is on your schedule? What's on there? What do you do every day? What does your day look like in 5 years? Oh, Shiana, my big sister is here. Look at that. She's up early. Hello. Get a pen. Oceana, get a pen. I have an exercise. All right, you guys. So first question, what do you want? What do you want for your life? Second question, now this is the 5-year stuff. In 5 years, what does your schedule look like? What does your daily schedule look like? Okay? You're not going to answer these right now. You're just going to write down the questions. Okay? I love you too. Look, the new t-shirts came in. I'm sending you yours. That's my sister, my big sister. Okay. So what does your schedule look like? 5 years from now. Okay? Now remember, you're not answering these questions. You're just writing them down. Second question, how are you spending your time? What are you spending your time on? How are you spending your time? Remember, this is like you're writing your own story here. You're making it up, you're visioning it, you're creating it, you are inventing it. So you're making it up. All right? How are you spending your time? 5 years from now, for people that are just popping in and out, we are giving you questions to start creating the 5-year plan for your life. I want you to go get a notebook. If you don't have one right now, grab a piece of paper, a napkin, a paper towel. I don't care what the hell you use. Write these questions down and then go get a notebook. You can get a notebook at CVS for like $2. You can afford $2, all right? Or just get some white pieces of paper and staple them together. I don't care what you do, but if you want your life to be different than it is today, you've got to do the work. So get a pen and a piece of paper. You are now going to work on, for the next week, I am inviting you to work on the 5-year plan for your life. And that is not like, what are my goals 5 years from now? This is, what the hell does my life look like in 5 years? If I woke up tomorrow and it was 5 years ahead into the future, what is my life? That's what I want. I want you to really breathe into that. What do you want? What does it look like to you? Okay? Second question is, how are you spending your time? Third question, what is your current income or revenue? If you have a small business, you can do this in 2 parts. If you have a small business or a side hustle, or you want to have one and you're going to have that in 5 years, you can say, what is the revenue for your business right now? That's 5 years from now. What is your revenue? And then what is your personal income? Okay, annually. What is your personal income annually 5 years from now? What is the revenue from your small business or side hustle or project? If you are in a sales job and you get bonused, what do your bonuses look like at this point 5 years from now? All right. Let's see, we've got, what's that? The first one is, what do you want? 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5th question. What are you doing for work? Do you have your own company? What does that look like? What is your job? 5 years from now, what are you doing? How are you bringing in income? What kind of business did you create? What are you up to? What does your source of income look like? So either how does your company run, if you have your own company, what do you do? What does the company do? Or if you have a job or you want a different job, you understand what I'm saying, right? 5 years from now, what do you do to make money? What is your business? What are your revenue streams? So the question before that was, how much are you bringing in from this stuff? Now, what is this stuff? What are your revenue streams? And by the way, I highly recommend that you have more than one. So if you are thinking through the next 5 years and your plan, I highly recommend side hustles, little bits and pieces of this and that. If you have more than one revenue stream for yourself, then when one revenue stream dips, the other ones are there and you can level out, okay? So, losing my voice. What is your income generating thing? What is your job? What is your company? What does that look like? What are your sources of income? Call them jobs, call them companies, call them projects. Maybe you do copywriting on the side. Maybe you do marketing on the side. Maybe you make wood earrings. I don't know. Maybe you sell oil for Young Living. Maybe you are an Arbonne consultant on the side. Whatever. Avon. Whatever you do, whatever the different things that you do or that you want to do in 5 years, what are your revenue streams? Okay? Next question. What do you look like? How much do you weigh? What does your wardrobe look like? What kind of clothes are you wearing? What kind of car are you driving? Okay, so what do you wear? If you don't like the way that you look right now, if you want a brand or reset, and by the way, you are your brand, just FYI, for those of you that think branding is like, oh, that's for a company, that's not me. I have news. You're a brand. You're the leader of your own life, and you are your own brand. How you show up in the world, people make an opinion about that. When you step outside your hovel and you go into the world, people have an opinion about you. I don't know what that says right now when people look at you, but what do you want that to be in 5 years? Okay? Do you want to step out and have people, what does that look like for you? What are you wearing? What do you weigh? Are you working out? Are you healthy? What does your health look like? Those kinds of questions. Like, we'll call it your personal persona. Like, what does that look like? All right? In 5 years, describing yourself in 3 words. When you show up or you leave a room, what are the 3 words that reflect your personal brand that you want people to say about you? What is your tagline for your personal brand and being 5 years from now? 3 words. That's it. 3 words. What are the 3 words that you want used to describe you and your personal brand in 5 years from now? Okay? Next question. What does your home look like? What are you driving? All right. What does your home look like? Get down to the nitty gritty. What kind of furniture do you have? How many rooms do you have? How many bathrooms do you have? What kind of sheets do you sleep on? What kind of towels do you have? If you are living in a circumstance right now where you're not happy with the way that things look around you, this is a great way to start envisioning what you want it to look like 5 years from now. Okay? What does that look like? Where do you live? What does your yard look like? Next question. Who do you hang out with? Who are you spending time with? And what do those relationships look like to you? What do you see for your kids 5 years from now? You can do a little visioning work for them. How are they doing? 5 years from now, what are they up to? And how are they doing? What do people say about you 5 years from now? When you're in a room or part of a meeting and you get up and you leave, what do people say about you? Okay, so what are you driving? What does your home look like? Who are you hanging out with? All right, we're going to wrap it up here. So a couple of the last questions. What are you watching? What kind of media or content are you consuming? What are you reading? Where are you contributing? Where are you giving back? Where are you helping people to be better than when you found them? Don't forget, this is 5 years from now. So you might be going like, Noelle, I can't give back. I don't have time for that. 5 years from now, people, a hell of a lot can happen in 5 years. I want you to just make it up. If you wish you had more time to volunteer at the soup kitchen, then you can tell me in 5 years that's what you do twice a week. You volunteer at the soup kitchen. Make it up. You are making it up. You are literally writing the plan. If you were going to come to me for a business, I would tell you to give me a bullet-pointed plan to show me what your idea was and how it was going to all come down, okay? I'm asking you to do this for your life, right? Okay? I'm asking you to do this for your life. This is not somebody else's business. This is your life. This is your life. You are the leader of your life. You are a brand. You are your own brand. What does that look like 5 years from now? You might be living in what you consider to be a pathetic shithole right now. I get that. I've been there. I've lived in one. I've lived in several, actually. My furniture used to be all pressboard and like things donated from other people that I had to cover over with. I would go get those like cotton blankets from, it was Kmart at the time that I went to. And I would cover and tuck them in, you know, over the furniture so that you couldn't see all the rips and tears from the donated furniture that people had given to me. So I know what it's like to be sitting in the middle of something that is not what you want to be sitting in the middle of. I have done it. I have walked through it. I have come out the other side of it more than once, by the way, more than once. So I am well equipped to lead you out and lead you into the life that you want to have. Okay? You have to do the work. The life that you want isn't just going to fall on your head. People think if they read like The Secret or they watch like whatever on TV or they read, you know, they have some tarot cards or they're like whatever and it's all that stuff is great and it helps. Nothing saves you from doing the work. Nothing saves you from doing the work. So if you don't want to do the work, you shouldn't be listening to me and you should unfollow this page because if you don't want to work, if you don't want to do the work, don't hang out with me, okay? This is about hanging out with warriors. This channel, this page, this brand, we hang out with warriors here. We sit with the warriors, right? We know what's up and we'll tell you what's up. I see my big sister saying truth. She knows what's up. Her and Tracy both know what's up. Tracy's been my friend for, Jesus, 30-something years. Oceana's been my friend for my big sister forever and ever and ever. Since I was little. They know what's up. They are warriors. You should visit Oceana. She's got some cool stuff going on. She's I'm more what do you want to say? What's the difference between us? She's more like up here. She operates up here, which is very cool. She's kind of my oracle, if you will. And I operate more, yelling at you and telling you to write things down and get your shit together business-wise and everything else. She's amazing. And Tracy's amazing as well. So, we know what it's like. We're warriors. This is a channel for warriors. You need to be willing to do the work, okay? You're not going to get anywhere if you don't do the work. You just won't. So, Tracy's got all of the questions in the comments. So all the questions are in the comments. Tracy will send me, let's see, what can we do? We can publish these as a post, Trace, and I think Tracy has the ability to do that. She's an admin for the page. So Tracy will put together these questions as a post and she'll say something like, these are the questions from the coffee chat this morning. And she'll write them in a post and she'll post that at some point today on the page. So you'll be able to go back on the page and find the questions. Okay? Jeffrey says he's 72 and he's writing a 5-year plan. Damn straight you are. Why not? I'm going to live to be like 100 and something. You're 72. 5 years is nothing. You've got this piece of cake. Okay. So here's the thing. Get a notebook, write the questions down, answer the questions. You are not going to have the life that you want if you don't do the work. I don't care what book you read. I don't care whose seminar you went to. I think they're all amazing. Tony Robbins, all of them, everything. Darren Hardy, all of it. I've read it all. I've done some of them. I've went to them. They're all great. The issue is when you come home from the seminar or you stop watching the video or you stop reading the book, you're super excited, you're super vibrant, you're ready to go. someone in your life comes and throws up their negativity all over you, and now you just sit there and you've lost all of your vitality about the change that you want to make. Okay? Because it's work. You don't just go to a seminar and come home. My sister Oceana and I did, over 2 decades of landmark work. We've been to every seminar and every training. We've been trained in communication. You can't even imagine all the trainings that we've gone through. And then as we got older, we went in different ways. She's done all kinds of trainings and I've done all kinds of other trainings. And so between the two of us, we're like really, really well trained in all aspects of all kinds of things, right? And she would tell you the same as I'm telling you, as would Tracy. Tracy is also well trained. We would tell you that you come home from these things, you're super excited, and then it goes flat if you don't keep working at it. And if you don't surround yourself with other warriors that will help you keep thinking it through. Okay? So Joanna says she's a bit of a warrior. She's in family law. You know what, Joanna? You are a warrior. There's no bit of a warrior. You're either a badass warrior or you're not. And I promise you, if you're on here and you populate this channel and you listen to this page, you're a warrior. Maybe you're not owning it. Maybe you're not standing in it. Maybe you're not declaring yourself as the leader of your life, but that was the purpose of the brand shift, you guys, into Revealing Leaders. We are on a mission to reveal your inner leader. You are the leader of your life. Nobody is going to change your life except for you. So get busy. Get busy. My sister's reminding us that you have to stay connected to people who are doing the work, and she's absolutely right. Her point is on point. You have to surround yourself with friends and people that are also doing the work that you want to do. Okay? So, Tracy's reminding me all the different things that we've all done. When I say we're well trained, I'm not even joking. Not even joking. All right, so get a pen, write the questions down. Tracy will post the questions again in a little bit. You can find them as a post on the page, or you can just rewatch this video, or you can listen to the podcast, which I'll put up in a minute as soon as we're done here. Again, anything and everything you want to know about me or the brand, you can find at revealingleaders.com. Jasmine is asking how to find those people. I have a couple of Facebook groups that we don't do much with. They're populated with very few people on purpose, but maybe we will put together a Facebook group that's private that you basically have to request an invitation to. And then Tracy and I will screen those people, and maybe we'll give a collective of, a couple hundred people or maybe 50 people. I don't know. Those big groups I only want to be doing that if people are really going to be invested. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. If you want to be a part of a group that's spun off of Revealing Leaders that acts as a support to what we're talking about, why don't you email us? You can email me, Noelle@fortunatopartners.com, and you can find my contact information on Revealing Leaders, okay? So the first 5 people to email me today and tell me what the 3 words are that's your brand tagline 5 years from now. What are the 3 words that you want to be used to describe you? The first 5 people to email me those 3 words about yourself with your mailing address, your name and your mailing address, please, and the 3 words, we will send you a swag bag, okay? And then if you want to, I'm just looking at the comments here. If you want to be a part of a group that we spin off of the page that kind of supports all the things that we're talking about, you can email me as well. And we'll talk about that. Tracy and I will talk about that when she's here. Okay, so that's about it for us today. Go to revealingleaders.com and you can find everything you need to know about us there. Sign up for our newsletter if you like. We will be starting the Revealing Leaders version of our newsletter, hopefully this week. If not this week, it'll be the first week in September. It's just matters whether I can get my head out of my ass enough to get Kim what she needs to make the newsletter. My email address, Donna, is Tracy just dropped it in the comments. You can also go to revealingleaders.com, find it there. You can also go to the About section of this Facebook page, and you can find it there. All right? Guys, have a fantastic week ahead. We're going to say goodbye to our podcast folks now. And Facebook fam, you get your pens and get your notebooks and start working on your 5-year plan. And we're going to talk about the visual accompaniment of that 5-year plan next Saturday morning. Tracy will actually be here beside me in person. We have not seen each other since November of 2019, which is crazy because of silly COVID. So she will be flying in on Thursday. My sister is telling you, go write out your life. Right? We've just handed you the keys. We've just handed you the keys to create the future that you want instead of the life that you're settling for. You're the leader of your life. I can't say it to you enough. You have what it takes to create the future that you want instead of one that you settle for. Don't settle. Be willing to do the work. All right, go work on your 5-year plans. Go visit revealingleaders.com. Angie, good morning. Go back and listen to this when we post it. This will be a good one for you. Okay? I'll see you guys next week on Saturday morning. Much love. Bye.